Howdy everybody, my name is CinnamonToastKen. And today we're goddamn back with 0 escape, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. We just learned that Ace is the leader of the pharmaceutical company that is behind creating this whole thing 9 years ago. All right, let's go.
Ace was the one in charge of the Nonary project. But why? Why am I so calm? It's like I already knew.
It's like he already knew.
Ah, of course. I understand now. Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongo.
Ace is Hongo?
I had my suspicions from the beginning. Their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence. I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil. Couldn't be sure though. After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask him. Even if I had known, however, I would never have told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did.
Yeah, but nothing happened, so it's okay.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Currently, their theory, like everybody's theory right now, is that Santa is Zero.
Huh?
I didn't know that Ace was Hongo.
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have. 9 years ago, you were in Building Q in Nevada, but Hongo was in the Gigantic with us.
I know. That's why I didn't know what Hongo looked like.
That's what he just said. You guys just said the same thing. Good job.
Why? Why didn't you tell me? I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could have told me.
I'm sorry. I apologize for keeping this from you. But if I'd told you, Clover, you would have told everyone else.
Haha, you would have.
If you did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago.
That'd be bad for everybody.
I had to prevent that.
Hey, Junpei, you think I could borrow that picture for a sec?
Sure.
Hongo Kubota, Nijisaki Musashiro.
Don't even say their names, because I'm not going to remember.
Hongo.
No, shut up.
Hongo Kubota.
Shut up.
Hey, Seven, do you...
He probably knows what's going on because he's had flashback. He was here when the kids were here.
Shut it. Just be quiet. I'm this close to remembering. This close. Hongo
This close.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Dun, dun,
Shit.
dun. He remembers something important.
What's wrong?
Holy shit, this is nuts.
what's nuts?
I remember
Remember what?
Let him talk.
everything.
Everything?
Shut up. Let him talk.
Yeah, I remember all of it. My memory's back. I remember what happened before I got snatched.
Okay, what happened?
Let me tell you what happened.
Please, I'm waiting.
Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo from the right. The other three are Musashido. Musashido
We already know
was
that.
the
Shut
man
up.
with the cash.
We know that too.
Mijisaki was Hongo's right hand.
We know that.
How do you know all this?
We just talked about it. Oh, maybe you weren't there. Snake was telling me about
Come
it.
on, man,
Sorry.
I told you, I finally got my memory back.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it.
You really want to know?
Of course.
Yeah, duh.
Me too.
This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything.
Just
Well,
give
we don't have
just
3
skim over it.
days.
Give me the skim.
Just give us the short version, all right?
Short version. All right, fine. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
No promises, though. I'm a detective.
Okay, yeah, we knew that.
It's a little awkward to say this about myself, but you could probably consider me a lone wolf type.
Ooh, so sexy.
I hold to my own code, because I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told. That's why I followed my gut that night. A slim lead brought me to the wharf. It was 9 years ago. The wharf had been cold as fuck, and I could barely see squat. I was investigating a mess of kidnappings, all of them children. It all had one thing in common. A history of visits to one particular hospital.
He's actually told us all this before, but it was in a different arc, a different path. So I don't think he's actually told us this in the current series that we're in. So I guess this is new information.
A hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. And my investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnappings. After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
So I headed to the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it.
Cool haircut he's got.
Men in black suits, many of them carrying large bags. Bags.
Filled with children.
No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding, my gun already in my hand.
The music's so loud, I wish I could turn the music down so you guys can hear what he's saying better.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun. I could kill you right now. It'd be easy to get away with it, too. Just tie an anchor to your feet. No one would find you for a week. That what you want? The fish here would love a meal.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
A drug?
That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that. I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it. Shit, my head hurts. I did a quick once-over of the room. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy.
No privacy, baby.
I'd seen it countless times as I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the... It was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it.
Skipping through this just a little bit, since he's already told us this, there's a path he can go under his bed when he finds it.
I pushed and pulled. Not like I expected much else. Threw myself against the door a few... I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed. Huh.
Then you heard some voices.
I sat there for a very, very long time. Then, I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it. Left. I hauled him. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under. I dropped flat on the floor, but I knew it in my gut. Hold up. But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight,
I shipped... Whoa. It didn't matter. I checked out the metal grate. I stuck my
Then he
fingers...
pulls it off.
And then... I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face.
Last time I made fun of him telling us
First
that.
bit or so was tight.
It was tight, girl.
Wind up eventually, and there was space for me to crawl along on my hands and knees. I went from crawling like a worm in dirt, and when I'd been in the thing long, a massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. It was like a heavy metal door had just been slammed shut. Then there was a voice.
Okay, we've seen this automatic incineration. This is the ending we get whenever Snake kills Ace. He sacrifices himself inside the incinerator. That's one of the possible endings we got. But it didn't happen in this timeline, currently.
What? I wasn't sure what it meant, but anything with incinerator is bad news. Then, almost as if that was a cue, I heard a mess of young-sounding voices. A bunch of them were straight up screaming in terror. And all the sounds together made a howl that made the hair on my neck stand straight up. Damn it!
Oh, man.
What the hell is going on here?
This must be where the one kid died.
I scrambled through the duct as fast as I could. I made a giant racket, but I didn't care at that point. I soon found a metal door on the left side of the duct. The kids were screaming on the other side. I found it. I yanked the handle and threw the door open. I almost ripped the metal off its hinges. What the hell is this place? I couldn't believe what I saw.
Oh, he's in the incinerator.
The room had a dome up top, and there had to be about 9 walls, all the same size. Up in the ceiling was an upside-down funnel, almost like a chimney. I looked down. There they were.
Hey, kids.
The kids I've been searching for.
Let's see here. Well, that girl back there on the left behind the menu, you can't really tell, but it looks kind of like the girl with the boobs that we have with us. The girl on the right kind of looks like the young version of June. The guy all the way to the right looks like Santa. And the dude standing there looks like the guy from Danganronpa. His gray hair from the back.
They all gawked up at me, suddenly silent. For the moment. from surprise and fear. Scared of the room or me, I couldn't tell. Probably both, actually. Not like I can blame them running into a mug like this when they're already scared shitless. I snorted at my own digging.
Oh yeah, it's probably Snake, you're right. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's probably Snake. Yeah. Yeah, that's Snake. It's gotta be.
Don't worry, kids, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. All of them stood there, frozen. Well, except one. He was a boy, slightly older than the others, in a private school uniform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you look like Santa to me.
Who the hell are you?
He stepped forward and glared at me suspiciously. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. It looked like they relaxed some the second I got the words out.
How are you gonna help us?
Where's the exit?
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't open, and the door over there...
He kind of cut himself off. I think he was considering something before he changed his mind.
Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna be burned to death.
Burned to death?
Can't you hear it? That voice said the incinerator's gonna start up soon. So...
The voice spoke again.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
They only had 15 minutes.
That's plenty of time.
Looked back down at the kids. Looks like a good 20 or 30 feet to the floor. No way I could pull them up. Too big of a distance for any of us to reach.
Unless you get on Snake's shoulders.
What the hell was I gonna do? But then I got an idea. Wait right there. I'm gonna be right back.
What? Where is he going? Are you just gonna leave us here?
They just got frightened again. I'm not the best at that kind of thing, but I tried to reassure them with a smile. Don't worry, all right? I'll be back, I promise. So just stay calm and wait right there. Got it? I didn't wait to hear them respond. There wasn't time. I had to hurry. Well, as fast as a guy could on his hands and knees. Didn't take me long to get back to my cell. Still no way out of there, but I had a plan. I needed something from the room. When I got it, I dove back into the hole and took off towards the incinerator.
Did he get his sheets?
Then... Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I tipped out the doorway and dropped down the rope I brought with me. Back in the cell, I'd torn the bed sheets into strips and tied them together to make a rope. It was sloppy, but it got the job done. All right, just tie that around yourself, okay? I'll pull you up one at a time.
Right.
Huh. Wait a sec. Something was off.
Something was
There were
off.
more of you before. Where'd the rest of you go? The boy in the uniform answered.
I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
What? You're telling me you opened that door?
That's what I said.
Then what the hell are you doing here?
We couldn't go with them.
Why not?
Look, the only people who can go through the number door...
He was in the middle of explaining when...
Incineration will begin in 5 minutes.
Damn, took him a whole 10 minutes.
The wall shook a bit from the voice bouncing around.
Look, that can wait, all right? Just get us out of here.
Right! I grabbed onto the rope. The first one I pulled up was a girl with a ponytail. Next was a girl with a red necktie. A boy in a jacket came after. He said he'd climb up on his own. The boy in the uniform was the last up. Like the other kid, he climbed up the rope himself. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he was stronger than he looked. He moved fast, but when he was almost to me, we heard some knocking. Everyone looked at the door. It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, an angry face was staring in.
God damn it! What's going on here? Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
The door opened, and a man stepped in looking half mad with fury. I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation.
Probably Ace.
The man's name was Gintaru Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope. Yeah! It was like he was an animal. He lunged for the rope. Hurry!
I know!
The boy in the uniform booked it up the rope.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit!
15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him. I hauled him up and tossed him into the duct behind me.
No!
Oh, no!
Hongo had lost it.
Oh, man, he lost
His
it.
face didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face. He was really a terrifying devil or some kind of damn monster. I quickly reeled in the rope, leaving a furious Hongo yelling at me from the floor.
You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment!
Experiment? What experiment?
Incineration will begin in 1 minute.
Hey, old man! What the hell are you doing? Hurry up!
The boy in the uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in the raging asshole's face before I closed the door behind me. I was going to go back to the cell, so we went down the other direction instead. After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. Everybody nodded and took turns sliding down it. The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway. There was a door on either side. The one on the left was a normal double door. But the one on the right was familiar.
Hey, the incinerator.
It had black and yellow stripes. And a device next to it on the wall. A plate on it read, Incinerator. Incinerator?
Yeah, that's where we were.
It was the girl with the red tie who answered me. We were inside an incinerator?
Yeah, Hongo might still be there. It looks like it's been shut off, though.
Wait, what? If he's still in there...
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, apparently he's not in there because he's with us in the future now.
That meant we'd better.
That's okay.
We gotta get out of here. Go to the other door, hurry! The kids started running, and I was close on their heels. On the other side of the door was a large spiral staircase. Run! Didn't need to tell them twice. We went up and up and up. Our feet pounded the steps, our arms pumping fast. We went round and round and round. The devil was on our tail. The stairway kept going. We passed a couple of landings when the boy in the uniform suddenly spoke.
Something's up. Akane's not catching up to us.
Kane? She here too?
Akane?
My kid sister. The girl with the red necktie.
Oh, wait, she was supposed to be dead. She died.
Akane. That's strange. I didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Hey! Akane!
He kept his hands around his mouth and yelled.
Maybe we outran her.
The boy in the uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too. And so did the other two kids. When did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them?
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I gotta go look for her downstairs.
He turned to go. Hey, kid, wait! God damn it, I said wait! I don't think the kid even heard me. Fuck! I spun around to the boy in the jacket and the girl with the ponytail. I'm going after him. You two keep going, all right? You got it? The girl nodded and ran up the stairs. But the boy...
I'm going with you.
I didn't have time to argue. I just nodded and took off down the stairs. I could hear him following me. We ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her. Akane was nowhere to be found.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
I could tell the kid was frustrated. And then suddenly...
Help me! Somebody help me!
Uh-oh.
we heard a girl's voice.
Akane!
She in the incinerator?
The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing. That bastard Hongo had Akane by the arm.
Yeah.
And was forcing her into the incinerator. Come on, goddammit, move!
No, I don't want to! Let me go, please! Let go of me!
She planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get away. But Hongo was bigger and stronger.
Dang, Hongo.
She wasn't gonna win. My brother roared with anger and charged toward Hongo.
Help me!
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Idiot.
Hongo lifted Akane bodily into the air and threw her. Still.
Ah!
Before we could even blink, Hongo had leapt through the door after her. We saw him land inside. And then, the door slammed shut. We ran to the door. We did everything we could think of to get the thing open. But...
Ah! Fuck! It's no use! The goddamn thing won't move an inch!
He started slamming his fists against the door. He was close to shattering his knuckles with how hard he pounded on it.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
You came back!
Her voice was muffled, but all of us could hear the sheer terror in it.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here!
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door!
What?
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes.
Dang.
Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing!
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, all right? We're gonna figure out a way to save you.
His words would have seemed like a sick joke to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right then.
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
Please help me! I'm really scared! I don't want to die! I don't want to die! I don't want to die!
It's gonna be all right. I'll figure something out. I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise!
It was torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
Her brother was nearly crying himself. He could only stand there.
Yeah. And then she died, right?
What happened then?
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good. You think I want to remember that?
Then...
Yeah. Shit. If I'd known it was gonna be like this, I almost wish I hadn't remembered.
He's like, don't remind me, man. And the guy's like, so yeah? Like, shut up! I don't want to remember it. So she's dead? Yeah, she's dead.
Hey, are you sure?
Huh?
Look, I don't want to ask this either, but there's something I don't get. So if you could just tell me, did that girl, Akane, really...
Yeah, I'm sure. There wasn't anything we could do. After a while, the countdown ended, and we heard something... burning.
I don't want to remember it.
Fire
but...
stopped, but we still didn't move. Me and the jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed as if he couldn't hold himself up anymore. A few minutes passed. The door opened. The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet running in. We followed, too numb to speak. The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. The air was wavering, and in the middle of the room, there it lay. The kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. I couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. Finally, he reached it. He fell to his knees as his legs gave out on him. And then...
boom, 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 boom. And then he had a heart attack. Sad day.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What's that?
The girl, Akane. What was her last name?
What does it matter to you?
Just tell me, okay? Please?
Kurashiki. Her name was Akane Kurashiki.
Dun dun dun.
You were there that day, weren't you? The tall kid in the jacket. That was you, wasn't it?
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
Snake.
Don't misunderstand me. I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't say anything about what happened 9 years ago.
So you're saying you're not working for Zero, right?
Of course not.
Clover, what about you?
Hey, come on! You really think I'm working with Zero? I told you before, you idiot! I was in Nevada, in Building Q. I did hear that a detective rescued the kids on the boat, but I didn't know it was you.
Well, I guess I believe you. All right, let me ask you another question. Santa's real name is Aoi Kurashiki. He's Akane's brother. You know that?
No, I didn't. Did you?
Well, yes. I know Aoi Kurashiki was her brother, but I didn't know he was Santa. At least not from the beginning. 9 years ago, he was in the middle of puberty. His voice is entirely different now. I'm ashamed to say that even my exceptional hearing wasn't able to make that connection.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's probably why he's always around her and why he's kidnapped her here at the end, because he's just trying to save his sister. Maybe not save her, but figure it out. But either way, I mean, unless there's some more twists, I have a pretty good idea where this is going. But we'll see how it plays out.
As such, I had no reason to think Santa was Aoi.
When did you figure it out?
Clover told me that Santa might have been one of the subjects of the initial experiment. It was only a short while ago, while we were leaving the library. When she told me that, I had a feeling.
Santa is Aoi, Akane Kurashiki, June's brother?
Mm-hmm.
There's still a lot we don't know. I mean, like, a lot. But there is one thing I think we can say we know.
What's that?
The body we found in the shower room. It had to be Nijisaki, dressed up to look like Snake.
Yep.
What?
Come on, man, what kind of detective are you? You didn't figure that out already?
Hey, go easy on me, man. I just got my memory back, all right? Cut me some slack.
Well, if he is, the 3 murders make sense then, don't they? Yeah, that's right. Murder. Kubota blew himself up, but that was murder too.
Yeah.
So why did these murders take place?
Because someone wants revenge.
If Junpei is correct, and the body in the shower room was Nijisaki, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the Nonary project.
Yep.
Kubota,
Everybody except for
the
Ace is
person who
dead.
Conducted the actual experiments. Nijisaki, Hongo's assistant. Musashido, the man who financed the project.
You mean this was all just revenge? Santa is Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister.
Or it's June and she's getting revenge for them doing that stuff to her. Or it's both of them.
That's why he killed them.
No, I don't think Santa actually murdered anyone. If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it? I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
The next target will be Gentaro Hongo.
The person who planned the Nonary project.
In other words, Ace.
What?
What the hell's going on here?
It must be 6 a.m. Our time is up.
Shit!
Dun dun dun.
Come on, we need to get out of here.
How?
Got the card, let's go.
I'm betting this sucker opens the exit. Come on, let's go.
Huh. I think the shaking stopped.
Maybe we're not dead. Wait, did we just go back to the same room we were
It
already
would
in?
seem so, but we are yet to be out of danger.
You're right. Let's hurry.
This exit needs the Uranus card, too. Hey, June.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I got the card. Yeah!
All right, it's open. Let's go.
Sweet. Sweet
Okay,
swagalicious.
Neptune Key, let's see if you work.
Yeah.
Yes! Oh, I think it unlocked.
All right. And there's the incinerator room.
Incinerator. So this is the incinerator.
This is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah, I think so.
Bum bum bum.
Then there ought to be a lever near the door.
Yeah, right here.
Pull that and the door should open.
Got it. Let's go. What the hell is going on?
You guys fighting with Ace?
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Jumpy. You came to get me.
Of course, baby cakes.
Of course I did. I made a promise.
I'm so glad you're here. So glad.
Hey, what happened to you?
I'm fine. I just fainted. I wasn't feeling very good. I'm feeling a lot better now, though.
Yeah, you feeling
Are you
good?
sure?
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer. I'm sure I'll
Well, I
be
want to
fine.
know more what's wrong with Santa, because he's perfectly healthy, but he's over there holding his guts like someone
You
attacked him.
shouldn't worry about me.
Santa.
Yeah.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
I don't have it. I got sucker punched and they took the gun.
What? Who took it?
What? Isn't that obvious?
I took the gun.
There he is. Hey!
Ace.
We've seen this exact scenario before.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Yes, let me tell you about it, guy with the gun. Hope you don't shoot me.
You have me at a disadvantage, and I don't like that.
Ah.
You know me, but I don't know you. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
No, we don't care. I like how her hair matches his turtleneck, though. They're so classy.
The pain of prosopagnosia, right?
Another irritating insect. And how do you know that?
Good question.
Good question. How do I know that? Because we talked about another ending. He has a disease where he can't tell people's faces apart. I'm sure they'll say that.
No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time for me to go. First is 1. Give me your hand. 8. And with this,
The number 9.
9.
He took the dead
The ninth
guy's
man.
thing.
Kubota's bracelet.
I believe I've won this game. I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is.
Nope.
What the hell are you planning, Santa?
It's not Santa.
At any rate,
Maybe it
this
is. I
game
don't know.
ends now.
I should stop saying that. It could be. Maybe I'm Zero. I don't even know. Why am I even here?
I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending.
No, we're getting a good ending, bro.
I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye. Wait! What?
Ha!
Why isn't it opening?
Dun, dun, dun.
One more time.
Just dragging around.
Now open!
Ba-dam.
No! What is this? Why? The digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Error.
Now!
Ooh! Hooked him up.
Oh, that was close. Too close. Thank you, Seven.
Don't mention it.
And now, I have no idea what's going to happen.
Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit.
Oh, get him again.
After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces.
Kick him.
But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good.
Punch him some
Once
more.
he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat.
I mean, we're kind of locked up right now.
9 years ago? Then you...
Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
Ace, you killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and...
Wait, Nijisaki?
Nijisaki?
Oh, right. You don't know yet. All right. We'll just go through them in order then.
Oh, he doesn't know. Okay, well, they'll explain it.
Let's start off with Kubota. You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him. The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the Nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous.
Yeah, let you go through doors.
Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital route, which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem. He knew your past. He knew what had happened 9 years before.
Who's got the gun right now?
You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you used...
Oh, I didn't mean to skip that.
You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota. But he was only the first.
We've had the same conversation. It's a separate ending, but they go back over everything just to make sure you know what's going on.
Next was
That's
Nijisaki.
okay.
While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki, chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
No, that's not... That was Nijisaki?
That's right, you killed your buddy.
Why? How did...
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid, but his presence made you think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided.
It's kind of
you had to
exactly what he
kill
says
him.
in another ending, except it's Ace saying it.
The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in. 9 seconds later, the door closed.
9 9 seconds seems like enough time for him to
And
get
then
him off the
81
ground and come back
seconds
out.
passed.
But I think he was drugged up and he couldn't really function properly.
And poor Nijisaki was dead.
Then you mean to say Snake is still alive?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man. But I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me,
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's death. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
Yeah, he solves the puzzle for
I
me.
handed it to you, and you left the room. You had been in charge of the Nonary project. Of course, you would have known the solution to every puzzle.
Yeah.
Which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it. With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it.
Oh.
You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest.
I didn't think
One blow
about
was all it took.
I didn't think about him actually killing that guy himself.
And then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
He did do that. I forgot about that.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse. When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote. But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you. You must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it?
I never did notice that I had the watch. Like this whole part right here, I didn't actually notice any of this. Like I knew there was a dead guy in there, but I thought he was already killed. I didn't know Ace did it. I didn't even suspect it.
Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it, but why?
Yeah.
Because of this.
What's with the paper?
Just read it.
Oh, he's coming clean.
Let's see. Number one.
Number one.
There are two ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the Nonary Game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I have prepared a camera in the captain's quarters.
Oh, wanted to
The
confess.
images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world. Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please.
He was trying to get Ace to come clean.
0.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan. Unfortunately for me, you got to it first. That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
You meant to kill him from the beginning then?
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation.
It was all timed out.
I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yes, so it would seem.
So it would
It was
seem.
little more than a puppet, in many ways. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap.
Man, you got set up straight up,
But
dude.
yes, this was a trap. It was Zero's trap.
You fell for it.
Hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think no one has died in this game except for the people that needed to. That Zero wanted to die.
By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa?
Santa?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any...
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh? My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki. No doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right?
Maybe.
After all, the person who planned the Nonary game this time around was Zero.
They're just setting up for a hook, I know it.
And Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then, huh? Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurashiki. I was one of the kids in the Nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing... No, I guess there's 2 things you got wrong. Number 1, I ain't Zero.
What?
Yep.
Wait, what?
Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant. Like a secretary. But an assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders.
Then, if you're not Zero, who is?
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say 2 things? You made one more mistake. Junpei, you just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened. But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose.
Oh, snap.
There's another reason you guys were playing the Nonary game.
What is it?
To save someone.
Oh.
Save someone?
Right. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
Yeah, Akane.
What the hell are you talking about? Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw...
But she's right over there behind me. Where'd she go? Where'd she go?
What the hell? Where is she? Where's Akane Kurashiki? Ugh! Oh, my head! My head, it feels like it's gonna pop.
7! What the hell is going on?
I'm remembering stuff.
I don't know, I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode!
What was the Nonary Project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time.
Thank you.
It's a project designed to test a particular phenomenon.
Yep.
And what was that phenomenon? For 2 organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact. The morphogenetic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible
telekinesis,
fields
baby,
to exchange information? That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were 2 separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called
Building Q.
The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones on the Gigantic. They were told to send their answers into the morphic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic. The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but...
We still don't know where we are. We don't know if we're in Building Q or if we're on the Gigantic right now. I think we're in Building Q.
But there was a mistake. Akane was a transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed on the Gigantic with the receivers, like me. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic. I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei.
Where what is going?
Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nijisaki was killed?
Most importantly, how did I know like an 8-digit number to put into the passcode to get to this ending to begin with?
Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo?
Nope.
And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in?
That's the big one.
How the hell did you open it?
Well, that's...
Dun dun dun. He knew because I knew. Wait, are we breaking the 4th wall right now? No, what are we doing? He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphogenetic, the morphic field set. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures then? Imagine a river that splits into... Oh my god, are you going to do this? Okay, upside down Y. The river flows sometimes. I think it actually says this because in the original game, the flow chart that we can look at wasn't in the game. They added that later to make it easier. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backward. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future and never flows backward. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about the downstream in the future. People downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river. Oh, okay, so we're not breaking the fourth wall. This is someone psychic. Even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am I, the 9th letter of the alphabet. But I am also 0. No, that's not true. I'm not really 0. Not yet. Perhaps you could say I am less than 0. 0 is my future. In 9 years, I will be 0. Weird! Where did she go? So... that was from 9 years ago? Did I just get some morphogenetic field transmission from 9 years ago? Or is it 9 years from now again? Nah, it's gotta be from years ago. Okay. June. No. Akane. Where did you go?
Santa!
What's Clover? Oh, crap.
Freeze.
You got the gun again? Oh. Santa's got the... Where'd he get the gun? I asked this earlier. Who has the goddamn gun? It's pretty important to know where the gun is at all times. Like, when we left the gun in the coffin to begin with, and Ace was like, oh, I'll take that because no one else is paying attention. But Jesus Christ. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he's turned the tables on Ace. Though, wonder how he likes having a gun to his head.
Get up.
Sure isn't about to take a gun off him for a minute, is he? Yep. Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either. He just looks drained. I guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify to go through the door, but...
Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
He can't get through any number of doors with just 2 people. What the heck's he thinking? Well, I mean, if he can probably go through whatever door he wants to.
Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus.
Yeah.
It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
Okay. That's it? Is that all he's going to give us? What the heck does that even mean? They're out. And now the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be all right. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. It's kind of weird this isn't voice acted right now. Let's see if the door still opens.
Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you mean we're trapped?
Hey, girl.
So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
He's going to incinerate us?
No, you can't be serious.
I don't know if he'd do that or not. I don't think he would, but maybe. Oh, but he is. Crap, we got to do something. Maybe we can still get out through door 9. There's the red. Yeah, all right, we can do this. I just gotta... No, it's not going to work. There's no way. There's the 5 of us can't enter this door. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is the 8. There's any combination that'll work.
Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook?
Oh, yeah, sure. Sure, why not? I don't think I'm going to need them ever again. Well, she certainly looks purposefully. It looks like she's writing equations, a lot of them. Oh, man, she doesn't look very happy. You know, to be ripping pages out like that. Jeez.
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
All right, at least Seven's got it away from her. Maybe now I can get a look at what she's writing. Let's see. Doom, 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 boom, boom. 2, 4, 5, 7. So Snake, Clover, me, and 7. That means we have to leave Girl behind. Uh-oh.
What? And there's no other way?
Lotus. Looks like she figured it out, though. Man, this is just too cruel.
It's okay. Go.
Lotus.
Baby cakes. Not like this. Has my flow split again? Okay, just making sure. The baby cakes. The bosoms.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
Don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
God damn it, you idiot!
Oh, where the hell did that come from? Looks like she expected it about as much as I did.
If you're not... Look, it'd be bad, all right?
For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence.
Bad?
Yeah.
Ooh, do you remember something about her too? Are they married?
If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
Ha!
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, all right? End of story.
7.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Screw you guys, get out of here!
Me too.
You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you?
Yeah, let's all die then, sure.
You're all idiots.
That's what I'm saying. Except if you want Lotus, we can see her about to cry.
That being said, however,
I mean, I would be the bad guy. I'd be, if I was in this position, I'd be a bad guy, I think. I would get killed off because I'm just like, nope, F all you guys, I'm leaving. You know, we gotta leave one behind. Darn.
I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway.
Yeah.
Even if we were to leave
well, at
Lotus
least
behind.
try, you know?
Huh? Why?
I trust you remember what
Yeah, it
happened
didn't
to
work
Ace.
for Ace, but I think it wasn't supposed to happen for Ace. I'm pretty sure it's designed not to.
I couldn't see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess what he was attempting to do. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work.
No! What is this? Why? The digital root should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Just to see. Why don't we give it a shot?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
But I hope it doesn't start the countdown.
Yes, that is what I said.
All right. Ah, god dang it. Maybe it's 6. Maybe it's just upside down.
You were right.
It ain't opening.
Mm-hmm.
But it did open 9 years ago. The digital root was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
You think maybe they changed the settings?
Perhaps.
Maybe we should all try. If we can't get through the door, we can't get out. Walls are too high, there's no way in hell we'd be able to use that hole that 7 popped out up 9 years ago. You know, if we were even in the same place, all we can do is stand here and wait, stare at this door with a 9 on it. I guess this is it. This is the end. Dot, 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 dot. Akane vision. What's Akane vision? I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Ooh, girl, she know. Ooh, dang. That's kind of creepy, kind of weird. She knows that I was thinking about tapping that earlier. Ha! Good. Through the morphic field set, we were resonant, and we were as one. I was him, and at the same time, I was an observer. Huh. It started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. Okay, so this is old stuff. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant event melted into him, and we became one inside of Junpei. Okay, so she's like, she's telepathic through me, I guess, is what we're getting at. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind 9 years ago in the future. So she'd been watching me like, you know, fap for 9 years. Is that what's happening here? Oh man, that's ooh, that's tough. She knows about too much. But I didn't lose myself. I was living in 2 realities at once. One was the present, and the other was the future. Oh, okay. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Eventually, it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. So she was able to see what was happening in the future 9 years ago. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here!
Huh. That was my brother Aoi, or whatever his name is, Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age.
Come on, hurry up!
We ran down a long, straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. That door opens, or is that to the hospital room? Everyone was arguing. 2 of the boys got into a fist fight. A girl watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. Gee, it's so violent. Everybody's so violent. It's been 2 hours since the Nonary game began. We were starting to fall apart. But just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blonde. 9 years later, we would call him Snake.
Hello, everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fights died down, and we gathered around him.
I have a little sister. She is very important to me. Right now, she is over in Building Q, and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hands were 9 four-leaf clovers.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted.
Dang, man. 9 four-leaf clovers? You are lucky, I guess, until you got abducted. Unlucky. Ooh.
I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind.
Yeah.
For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it is difficult.
Well, don't brag about it.
My sister means a great deal to me. And I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 four-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand? If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way.
The reason this matters, I think, right now, aside from him explaining some crazy other things about the telepathy stuff, is that earlier in the game, Santa gives me a bookmark that has the clover on it, and he tells me the same thing. And then I give that bookmark to Clover and tell her that Santa told me, and she's like, oh, well, that's crazy because this happened in the past, kind of thing. And it's just it's doing that right now.
Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends.
He gave a clover to each of us. I took one, too. Eventually, he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Don't ever forget. So long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm. ... After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with a number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number, 9, but this time, it was only 1. But if there was only 1 door, that meant only 5 people could escape.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors.
We began to panic. Then, as if things had not gotten bad enough already... It's loud. Dang.
Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
My brother AOI swallowed hard and answered.
I think it means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator, and that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
No! Help me!
Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes was filled with despair. Then, up on the wall, a door opened. A man appeared. He was a huge, frightening mountain of a man, as large as a bear. Ooh. 9 years later, we would call him 7.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
The rest happened just like 7 had said it did. The 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by 7. We crawled through the vent away from the incinerator and slid down to the hall. We came out the other side of door 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother, Snake, and 7. It doesn't really talk about the other girl very much. The other children, the ones who'd gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. Okay, there's a connection that I just made in my head that doesn't make any sense, but maybe I'll explain it. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. So this person is not June, because she got caught by Ace. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop. I glanced over my shoulder from time to see if they had caught up. That was when I realized.
Oh no, where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present?
I knew I'd had it with me when we passed through the vent. Did she go back? Then I had dropped as we slid out. I had to go back. I had to. Okay. I was fixated. This is not what happened. This is somebody else. But okay, she went back. But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me. I was sure of that. But I didn't stop to think. I simply moved. I ran into the central hall and the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. I hid in the shadows. Moments later, I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me up the staircase. I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quiet as I could down and down and down and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran to the hallway and looked around frantically.
There it is!
I was still confused, though. Okay. It was just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched from the floor, but as I ran back towards the stairs in freedom, the door of the incinerator opened and a man stepped out. It was Hongo. 9 years later, we would call him Ace.
Ah, how wonderful to see you decided to come back.
His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical. It looked mechanical as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his mouth.
Come with me. We must continue the experiment.
Okay, I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. Then I spun around and broke into a run. Felt Hongo's hand close over my wrist.
I said, come with me.
Mm-hmm. There was an edge of insanity to his voice now. He pulled as hard as I pulled as hard as I could.
Stop! Let go of me!
I can't read now. I shook my body and fled my arms, trying desperately to get Hongo to let go of me. But I was only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongo.
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed.
Help me! Somebody help me!
And suddenly,
Akane!
the door to the stairs flew open. My brother Aoi burst out of it. Behind him came 7 and Snake.
Akane!
He cried my name again, and he only leapt toward Hongo.
You came back!
Yeah. But then,
You're too late, idiot.
Too late, idiot. Hongo threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us up in the incinerator. The force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the opening door 9. Hongo stood between it and me. Behind him, I could see my brother, his fists clenched. Those fists never reached Hongo. With a cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hongo glanced at me mechanically. It's mechanically. His face registered that there was an object. His face registered that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being. He turned away and walked to the red and sat next to the door. He reached in his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both in front of the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He checked the screen and tossed the bracelets carelessly into the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all and walked past me as though I was nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later, the 2 other doors slid shut as well. So he left those 2 there so she could escape? I feel like I hear something pounding the door behind me. I turned around and ran towards the door with the 9.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice.
Help me!
My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around the empty room.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door.
What?
Then it started again.
Warning. Warning. Emergency Incineration Command has been acknowledged. Incineration will begin in 18 minutes.
It's Junpei vision. Oh no, we're back to the future.
Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Holy crap. Man, I knew this was gonna... I knew what I was gonna say, but this is the one hell of a creepy voice.
I knew it.
It's starting.
Santa started the incinerator.
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years.
Yeah.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about? It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiments. You aren't making any sense.
I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now. I promise. I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
But
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
God dang.
You know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn.
Oh my god, yes, I know that.
What kind
Pretty
of
obvious.
idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means.
Well,
God damn it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, fine. I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want. But you have to do something for me. 7, figure this out.
What? Why me?
Just shut up and stop this thing.
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button.
There isn't anything like that.
How the hell do you know?
Because I looked for it 9 years ago.
Well, maybe there's one now. Yeah, Liz isn't happy about that. Can't really blame her. Wait. The floor. It's moving. What? A puzzle? One final puzzle for the road? Maybe. What else can I say about it, but...
What the hell is that?
Ugh. Akane vision.
What is that?
What else could I say? The floor opened up and a machine rose up out of it. It looked like a computer. At least, it kind of did. There was a monitor, a keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off, even as more took their place and forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass, drenched in tears. I'm a man. I don't cry. All I can see is the screen's reflection of my face. I'm looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Junpei, just calm down, all right? Everything's going to be okay. Man, I wish I knew that I wish I knew that thing would just shut up.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
All right, back to this thing. If it's the only thing that showed up now, it's got to be important. But what the heck am I supposed to do with it?
Hey, move!
Hacker girl! Hey, all tense lady doesn't mean you gotta get shove people around.
It's turned on. There's nothing on the screen, though. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it?
Sure, I'll just press buttons. I'm sure that'll... at least it's on now. On the screen, though.
What is this?
What's up?
It looks like some sort of puzzle.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of numbers and letters across 5x5 grid. Check my flow. Is it breaking off again? No. Okay. The numbers range from 1 to 8.
Do you think that if we solve this puzzle,
the incinerator will stop? Yeah. Well, we can hope, right?
Yeah, we can hope. All right, puzzle. How do you work? Oh, man, that goddamn voice again.
Incineration will begin in 13.
Took us 2 minutes. 13 minutes. Can we really do this? My heart feels it's gonna pop. My heart was pounding like it's about to explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. Was sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. My connection to Jumpy had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen, completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them. Then I heard a voice.
Hey, what are you doing?
It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the entry door was a face, a frightened, evil face. It was Hongo. How long have you been watching me?
Don't know what to do.
He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled.
It's simple, really. But I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like claws of a vicious monster. I bit my lip and glared at Hongo, struggling to hold back hot tears.
You're a terrible person! I hate you!
Oh my! How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice. I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty.
Yeah.
You see? I've even left you a way out.
A way out?
Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator.
what's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man. If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
The verification function of the red?
Then I remembered. Before Hongo left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1, and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what's your number?
Face of a bracelet, it showed 5. Oh, hey, we are the same. That's my number 2. I ran to the door with a 9 on it. Grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel.
You really aren't one for listening, are you?
I heard on yeah, I got
I've
it.
already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you?
Why are you doing this?
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys. Now start the experiment. Solve the puzzle.
I can't! I don't know how!
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution.
I can't!
Then you'll die. You'll burn alive. It's gonna be quite hot in there in a few minutes. I imagine it will be very painful.
His horrible laugh echoed through the room. Even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it.
Incineration will begin in 10 minutes.
I was crying. Great gulping sobs, broken hic. I know. Okay, I get it. She's upset. She's been crying. We've explained how much she's crying like 5 times now. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I stared at the monitor.
I can't. I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out.
What I was gonna do, I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scared through my thoughts, and all I could think was how I was going to die. My palms were sweating, knees weak, arms were heavy. Mom's spaghetti. I was hot. So hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if I was going to pound itself into pieces. I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Jumpy had given me. At least, I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed.
Help me! Jumpy! Help me! Help me! Help me! Jumpy! Jumpy! Jumpy!
Shut up!
Please,
I got it.
Help me! Jumpy!
Don't worry, girl. I'm gonna figure it out in the future for you, baby cakes. I'm gonna save you in the past, so I don't make a paradox, I guess.
Who the hell is Akane?
Shut up! Just shut the hell up!
Sarah and Lotus don't understand. I think Clover and Snake have an idea, though. Clover's looking at me, and I think Snake may have figured it out. No, it doesn't matter. They're in my way. Where'd she go? Maybe over here?
Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane! Say something!
She's in the past, dude. Something break our connection? I swear I just heard her. Dang.
Akane! Answer me! Akane!
Jumpy?
2 minutes until incineration. Spun around. I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. He wasn't in the room, of course. But I'd heard it so clearly. Like he was right there.
Jumpy!
I screamed as loud as I could.
Akane!
Jumpy!
Akane! That's her. She's there. And that means...
Akane! Akane!
Are you in the incinerator right now?
Yes, I am! How did you know?
Couldn't believe they knew that. Now I understand what Santa meant. Wait, but the information it doesn't go this way, right? It doesn't go back to the past. They said that earlier. Ooh, we getting crazy with it.
There's only one way to help her.
We gotta solve the
You were
puzzle.
brought here to help my sister, to save Akane.
Are you talking to me now? Hey, get it now.
Incineration will begin in 7 minutes.
Dun, dun,
Jumpy,
dun.
we don't have time!
As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve the puzzle in order to stop the incinerator.
Got it!
And I do. I get everything now. At last, I finally understand what all this means. Don't worry about our impending doom. It's perfectly fine, because we understand what all this means. I know why the Nonary Game was held today. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. All of this was planned out to lead to this moment. Oh my God. This is insane. I can't believe it, but there's only one possible answer. June is... 0 is... Akane Kirashiki. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. Ugh, that's deep. That means that there's only one thing for me to do. Even if this is all some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Akane. I must save her, no matter what.
Incineration will begin in 6 minutes.
The voice reminded me how much time I had left.
Yeah, I know. Just hang on, all right? I promise I'll get you out of there. I'm not gonna let you die. I promise. So don't worry, all right? Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
My voice shook as I answered. It was hot in the room. Felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or not, my heart burned with feelings for him. Aww. I love future savior. Huh. Alright, time to get to work, Junpei. Is Snake talking about something? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Get out of my way.
Hey, what are you?
Just trust me, okay?
Sorry, Lotus, didn't mean to snap there, but a lot more is at stake here than your prod. Like, Tom itself. We could destroy Tom, I guess, because this paradox is insane. I'll apologize later, alright? Now let's have a look at this thing. We've got numbers all over this grid. I think the panels are out of order. So I just need to switch these out. Staring isn't going to accomplish anything. I'll just have to try.
Just think of what I did all those times before. I'm gonna do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm gonna solve this problem.
Are we gonna solve it? Seek a way out. Alright. My hint? When I press hint, numbers appear on the empty spots in the grid. They're all single digits. I get the feeling numbers change when I switch out the yellow squares. But the square at the bottom, why does it stay blank when I press hint? Pressing them out again makes numbers disappear. Looks like I can turn them on and off. Is there some special meaning to being two modes? What could that mean? Alright, let's see here. What we gotta figure out here? Just let's look at the bottom right. Doesn't mean they're supposed to match. Maybe I need make all the number squares the same. What? Switch on the yellow square. The numbers that showed up in the hint. Wait, the numbers that show up in the hint change too. Looks like the numbers are affected by the adjacent squares. For example, when I switch out 3 with 5, the hint number increases by 2. I bet the hint just adds the surrounding numbers. Most of the answer should be 2 digits. The square only has a single digit. They must be calculated a different way. Digital roots? Digital roots, then they'll always end up as 1 digit. Alright. Back to math. I don't know what I'm trying to figure out. Well, fuck! I got everything to equal 9. It's not even freaking 9. Alright, password. So maybe if I just switch these two, it'll be okay? Maybe? I'll swap something for it. Ah! Ah! Suck that puzzle! Jesus Christ! Oh my God! What a freaking puzzle. Man. Password. The password's password. Right? There's a 0. Ah! What's the password? Did I misspell it? P-A-S-S-W-O-R-D. Oh my God. Here's 9. Ha! Oh my God, are you serious? Ah! Get away from me! No! No more! Okay, thank God.
Yes,
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy crap. Give me all this. Put in a password. 1 freaking number. All right.
Akane, did you get it?
Are you dead?
Yes, I did.
Because you've been.
I solved it.
You
I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything.
You should be long
did.
dead by now. It took me too long.
Now I just have to press enter.
Okay.
Then what the hell are you waiting for? Push it!
Okay, I will.
Just stop telling me you will. I hit the enter key.
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled.
I would crack up if it burned her anyway. And then that would be a real doozy of a cliffhanger right there, wouldn't it? If she really did die anyway.
Jumpy! It worked! It worked! The incinerator shut down! It worked!
Yeah, tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him, but they were very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment that relief flooded my body. At the same time, what strength I had left disappeared and I collapsed to the floor. For a while I just lay there, laughing and crying and enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst. Oh, she lovers me. Whew. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. God dang. Oh my God. Can't quite believe I did that. Me either, man. I thought we had it solved, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's a word also that we need to figure out. Jesus Christ. So glad. So I don't understand what's going on. I mean, I do, but at the same time, if you really think about it, it doesn't make sense. I feel like my heart's on fire. No, I don't have time to be thinking about that kind of crap. I need to tell Akane.
Akane! Sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
Oh, of course, that's fine.
I wiped the tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. Then I looked over at the corner of the floor. There were the 2 bracelets Hongo had left behind. Let me hang up my brain phone. When Seven Lotus don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give us when he just saved your lives, guys.
Junpei, are you...
God dang psychic, you're right, guys. With someone from 9 years ago, if you can believe it.
Okay.
Shut it.
Right, okay. So they have a reason to be pissed off. So what if I've pressed the enter key yet? All right, nothing hold me back now. Here it goes. I did press enter key. Wait.
Incineration will begin.
Oh, snap!
90 seconds.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
Oh, scan your bracelets or something. Get out of here, guys. Okay, maybe I didn't hit the enter key hard enough. Just hit it again, and again, and again. It's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the heck's going on? Maybe... All the numbers in the right boxes. It's perfect. So why isn't this thing stopping?
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Maybe it won't burn me. Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe she's like, JK guys, just kidding. Just had to make sure you're in enough danger. Wait, of course. That's what the numbers that showed up after the puzzle. Oh. So 2 + 4 + 5 + 7 + 8. I guess it just was activated, right? Is that what it is? Because the digital root of this is still 9, like the numbers is giving me. And that's Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. So why was I trying to leave someone behind earlier? Did they just not math it out right? Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. Then we're 9. No, that's it. This number on the door is 9. It's not even a number.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Holy, of course. We just have to put the right numbers into the red.
Incineration will begin 30 seconds.
Run, guys! Get to the door! Run!
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. How much time? Man, I sure hope they can just trust me on this one or we are messed up. All right, no time to explain, just go.
Quick, verify your numbers on the red.
Verify? Who?
What combination?
All of us! We all need to verify.
Why?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
Hurry, 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 hurry.
Incineration will begin in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Cliffhanger.
Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled.
No, burn them anyway. That's what they get for being slowpokes. Good God. Oh, thank Jesus. No time to be happy. Time to go.
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, go, go!
Come on, guys, move it. Okay, they're all through. Move it, Junpei. Just in time. So we still gotta find the dead. And there goes the door. No, don't come down yet. You're not done. We still gotta find the dead. Oh, there it is. Easy.
Shit.
Yeah.
Looks like we made it, huh?
Yay, we made it. Man, that guy sure can't laugh when he wants to. Let me check my flow. How's my flow doing? Still got more to go. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head wearily. Just want to take a nap, but...
Akane? Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel, but nothing. Huh. Where my girl at? Akane vision. What if she goes to the door? Just say, what if she goes to the door and doesn't take the other bracelets with her, and it activates, and she didn't bring the bracelets with her, and she blows up? Huh? Wouldn't that be crazy? All right, let's see. Standing in front of it was my brother. Oh, he's alive. Hey. Hey.
Ahoy!
Oh, I cried his name, and even though my voice is almost gone from screaming, and leapt into his arms.
Oh, ahoy!
Hey! Wait a minute. You guys didn't mention this happened. You said she died. Wait. Oh no, wait! Look at her wrist! Look at her wrist! Look at her wrist! Oh no! Oh no! Oh man. Burned my face in his chest and cried again. I cried and cried and cried. Steadily thumping my heart made it feel like I was home. I was beat almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I had felt the warmth of another human body that seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay in his arms forever, but I couldn't. The moment I passed the door, my bracelet had begun to count down to death. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spied the dead only a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get and scan all. Wait, it took me only a moment to get to it and scan all the bracelets. Ah! Oh wait, no! I left the ones Hongo had dropped in the scanner panel. That wasn't it. Oh! Oh man, I guess she took him with her. Oh man. Man. That would be crazy if she was dead. And then, I don't know. Right? Took a deep breath and looked around me again. The huge detective who'd called 7 and 9 years Snake, the blonde boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide and their mouths hung open.
All right, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
I was right. It's time we got moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom. Time for more running. If I can get out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe the real air again. 7 talking?
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26.
I mathed it wrong,
That makes our
sorry.
digital root 8.
Yeah, I mathed it wrong, my bad.
It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
Then how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10.
You guys serious right now? Come on.
B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
You madman! Base 27? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same, so I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15,
H is 17.
K is 20.
Uh-huh.
P is 23. O is 24. P is 25.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
Q.
26.
And what does that mean?
There wasn't a 9 on the door.
It was a Q. A fucking lowercase q!
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Oh, man.
I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
Sure, whatever. Just get on with the story, I don't care. that was a piece of information that, you know, whatever, sure. Ooh, a Q! Dun dun dun! feel like every single cell of my body is dying for air. I'm afraid this is like a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe just a short rest. No, I can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. There can't be many more of these steps left. Let's run like a bullet down a rifle barrel. Like a tornado cutting through the sea of clouds. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant cool dragon. Finally. Ooh, yeah. And a door. Jesus, I can barely breathe. No time to rest. Pull yourself together. You're almost there.
All right. I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes, we're finally here.
Please do.
Sure, you look like a big, heavy door. But you're the only thing that stands between me and my freedom. Even more importantly, the only thing stand between me and Akane. You're going to open, and you're going to open now. You tell that door who's boss. What's out here? Akane vision. I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Aoi's. It gave me a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. And only because my brother and I were back together again. Thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped, were finally able to escape from the gigantic. Well, who died? They said somebody died and nobody's dead, so I'm confused. On the distant horizon, we can see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. Or was it someone in the other one that died? Gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. The last cry echoed across the ocean as it was gone.
Yeah.
It was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. It wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years. So the whole time they've been like a girl died. But that girl that was supposed to have died was Akane, but she's been with us the whole time. And then I save Akane using the telepathy stuff, and then she escaped. I mean, there's no way that I changed the past. It's such a huge paradox and a half. It doesn't. Some Doctor Who stuff, man. God, dang, that sun's bright. Can barely see anything. I gotta admit, it doesn't look quite like. Wait.
No way.
You gotta be. You
What?
got it. What?
It can't be.
This is.
The building. Yep, the building. I knew it. I knew it. Out in the middle of the goddamn desert. At least there's a car there.
This is the building in the Nevada desert.
The mock experiment building.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in Building Q.
Yeah. I mean, I had my guesses because they mentioned it, so I figured they'd end up using it because that ship sank. You know, what are they going to do? Like, pick it back up and rebuild it and do it again? Sure enough, the desert out there with mountains all around it. Hello there, son. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Huh? Did I just hear something fall? Right, our bracelets. I guess I've never got a good look at those outside one of these. Yeah. Let's see what's inside of you. Just a little electronic chip, like an ATM card. That's it. There's nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. There was never a detonator to begin with. Figures.
Akane.
We didn't eat bombs. Just a couple of them did. Oh, Akane vision. Oh my god. She's in my head. Guess it must be pretty crazy. I guess I must be pretty crazy about the girl if I'm thinking of hearing her voice in the wind. Now ask past her what she's going to do in the future so I know. No, you better not end. Don't give me that slow fade. No! We're not done! We're not done! We are not done! You better be JK game. You better there better be another ending somewhere in there. There's gotta be something after the credits. I can't end like that. Can't! Yeah. Where's that Akane vision? Oh, yeah.
Are you okay?
Heck yeah, I'm okay, girl. Why wouldn't I be okay?
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
I'm fine. It was just before the end of elementary school. Jumpy and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill looking down at the town as the sun slowly set.
How does it look then?
What a weird voice for a kid. He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first. God dang!
Let's see.
Dang! Jumpy done got beat. It's like he fell out of a tree and hit every branch on the way down. Dang, alright.
It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing.
What does that even mean?
Jumpy grinned.
Ow, 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 ow.
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless.
Jumpy done got jumped.
You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy.
It's crazy talk.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
You seem real proud of it. You lost a tooth and you're not even crying? Alright. Alright, look at the Nevada desert to go past. For an SUV, this thing is a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building. Keys in ignition and gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in and now here we are screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven are all squeezed into the back seat there. Still can't believe we let her drive.
Woohoo! This is so fun! This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around, and there's no speed limit.
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, all right? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, Seven?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
He doesn't have an international license.
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
Yeah, I saw some fresh tire tracks going out.
Yeah. Where's Ace?
There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Sure thing.
Oh, crap! God dang, why she gotta drive so fast? Man, I didn't even think a car like this could go this fast. We're sure throwing up a lot of dust. All right, back to the past. It was a couple of hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kitten in gasoline. The moment we saw what they were doing, Jumpy ran up to them furious.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Then he jumped on him. He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could.
Help me! Officer, please! You have to come with me!
The policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Jumpy sprawled on the ground with his face covered in big, swelling lumps.
You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen
Yeah,
out.
I guess I could've.
Then why didn't you?
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
You showed them.
Because of what they were doing to the kitty.
Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester.
Oh yeah, that's where I thought old Akane was killing them herself so that we could be closer.
Oh, you mean the bunnies?
Yeah, the bunnies.
Yeah, the bunnies.
He plucked some grass in the ground and tossed it into the wind.
They asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that, so I... Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get.
Of course, I probably don't know any more than I do.
Ace. Well, I guess I should say Gitaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary project? Anybody? Any ideas?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Well, yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
Yeah, he is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. Oh, he's in our trunk. Nice. His eyes just look empty. No emotion. It looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him anymore.
Hey, were you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. So he's in the trunk with us. Cool. Let's get that tape off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
You can at least look at me when you talk, man.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces.
Man, shut up, Ace. That's the weakest thing ever
Peering
heard.
into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
That's it?
Yes. If you want to put it simply, but if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well. You see, the human collective consciousness...
I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for that tape to go back on.
All right. So what's your second question?
You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Oh, somebody's a little nosy.
Well, my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two.
This freaking car noise thing, kind of pointless.
This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
Well, see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own, hoping I'd catch him when he finally slipped up. During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Bourdain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
Sounds like Hongo has something to say. All right, fine. I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave.
What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. There was nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Madrigora, of the family Solanaceae. I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create Soperu. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Yeah? This is gonna go on forever. Tape's going back on. No, let him talk. I want to hear what he's got. There's the questions to wait a bit. No, tell me the answers now. For now, I think I'll enjoy the rod. Whatever. Kane Vision going back to the egg-shaped sun.
What's this?
This is for you, doll. His name is Junpei.
Junpei pulled something out of his pocket and shoved his arm towards me. Well, if his name is Junpei, what's my name? Or did I name the doll after myself? His hand was a doll made of yarn small enough to fit in his palm.
Jumpy, are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, that means it's for you, right?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
Yeah, I hope so.
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for.
Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then.
Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden.
You know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much? I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd,
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June, then?
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Yeah, you sound very, very old to be this kid's voice right now, but that's okay.
Yes. I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe. So I give this. It me. So we always together.
Oh, Jumpy.
If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here, take.
I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face and fell onto June's tiny yarn body.
Oh, Jumpy. I'll never forget you, I promise.
Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words.
I'll never forget you either.
The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down towards the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat bathed in the warm light of evening. Words. Just the two of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set, and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one, The lights of the town begin to flicker on. Yay, car noise is back. There's still one thing I don't get. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic. But she's still alive now as June. But how? Was it because I tapped in the morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense. He's blonde. He couldn't save her body. Maybe Seven's in on it, huh? But Seven, he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or wait, maybe that's not it at all. There's one other logical explanation. Was what you told me the truth, Seven? You look satisfied. No, no way. He couldn't.
Hey, look! Over there. There's somebody next to the road.
Huh? What? Hmm? That's a nice leg. Dang! Oh my God! Are you serious? Get out of here, game! Freaking mummy girls out there! She thawed out. She thawed out. She's escaped. Oh my God! Seriously, Alice 7-0? Is that what we're going for here? They're all three in on it. The birdie gaze of Nevada sun pounded down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there on that shimmering plain was a woman, her arm out and thumb up. Wouldn't be long before Junpei realized who she was. God, is the car getting louder? And yeah. And I think that's it. I think we got all... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what is this over here? We got all of the endings. That's it. That's all of it, right? We did it. We beat the game. Woohoo! Thank you everyone for watching. This freaking crazy game is finally over. God dang. I hope you enjoyed it. And if your brain is anywhere near as fried as mine, then I don't know, man. Jesus Christ. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. And until then...